Yo.
Back at it, guys. What is going on? Some more great stuff on the way. Don't forget to subscribe to the video and like it.
So, man, y'all see all the stuff going on in Maui, man. Pray for Maui, man.
So sad.
All the lives that have been lost.
Oh my gosh.
And all the property that has been lost to beautiful Hawaii. But I saw this guy, man. I was on Twitter named Matt Wallace, right? Shout out to Matt Wallace. He has a YouTube channel. Go follow him. This is his Twitter, but also follow him on YouTube at Matt Wallace. I think he's getting close to about 50K. And he said Oprah has been buying up. Hold on. Let me show y'all this clip, man. Let me show you this clip. Let me show y'all this clip. He said Oprah has been buying up land in Maui like crazy. She bought 520 plots for 3.89 million this year in March. She bought also 330 acres for 2.47 million this year in March. She also bought two 10-acre swifts of land for 100,000 each in 2022. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a fire comes and destroys many homes near her, but her land remained untouched.
Wow.
She said, sounds familiar? He said, sounds familiar? In 2017, an extremely deadly fire destroyed many homes near Oprah's Montecito mansion, but her property remained untouched. So she got her land untouched and her house was untouched. After 2017, Oprah continued expanding her land into Montecito land over 70 acres. Let me get this thing out. The screen is in the way. I can't read it without it. Including buying 4 acres. Move out the way, screen. Including buying a 4-acre complex in 2019 that was destroyed by mudslides only a few weeks after that 2017 fire. So it's some other clips I'm gonna play. Other people are talking about this, and I want to go into this. But mighty funny. Is it coincidental, or is it planned?
Wow. I don't know. I just don't see her wanting to destroy the homes of other people. Why would that be?
Think about it though.
Why?
You become the monopoly, and then think about it. Once that land's burned, don't be surprised she'll go back and buy up all the burnt land for dirt cheap. And this right here, this was on this clip. It shows, so this is how it's looking current day. That's her house that never got touched, and then her land area that didn't get touched. That's Oprah's house, and that's Ellen's house.
But
their house did not get touched on the fire.
But where did the fire? Okay, so how proximal is her house to the fire? Their houses to where the fire went?
It was close.
Oprah had just picked up 870 acres in Maui. She paid $6.6 million. Now, when I first heard this, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. She bought like half the island. Maui's not even all that big. Turns out I was wrong. Maui actually consists of about 465,000 acres. Either way, $6.6 million still kind of seems like a bargain for that much land. Initially, people had thought that Oprah buying up this much agricultural land would be a bad thing and displace locals, but it turns out that she's going to keep most of it undeveloped.
Now watch this.
So I'm getting a lot of grief from people about, Oprah and all the land that she owns in Maui. Yeah, she paid almost $8 million for almost 1,000 acres of prime egg land to keep it from being developed. So developed for who? What does that mean? It means I can have my own house and keep everything out because I want to keep this perfect and pristine myself. No one can access it. No one can build on it. No one can live there. No one can raise fruit or vegetables or anything on it because so what I have to say is, they can't open restaurants on Maui because they don't have the apartments, they don't have the temporary housing. You can't get a house there if you're a normal person and not an Oprah. So why does someone need 870 acres? Why?
That's a good
Just
question.
A question. And if it's so pristine and so valuable and oh my God, let's keep this perfect, make it a park, make it a place people can camp. How about a place people can camp now that they can't live in their own homes that have been destroyed? How about that, Oprah? How about a little temporary housing for the thought?
Well,
so that's the great question. I feel like I was thinking in my head, what if she's doing this for a purpose because she really want to take over all of Maui and have it really to herself. And then when stuff go down in this country, stuff's coming up, she got her own space, her own safe zone. You can't even come over there in Maui.
so where the people gonna go that's there?
You think people like Oprah really, really, truly care? Like she care on the surface. Like they said she went to Walmart, bought products and stuff to give to people. I think some of that can be truthful, and I think some of that can be front to say, look what I did. But if you're buying up all that space, why? What are you preparing for that you're not saying?
The aliens.
You burn up. Not you, her, not her person. I can't say that. The land is burnt up. Now you go back and you're probably going to buy this land. You already got a lot of land. Now you probably get the rest of it. And what do? I don't know, man. This be that stuff where 10 years from now, you be like, oh, that's why they bought all that land. It didn't stuff that went chaotic in the world. Now she owned all this and nobody could come over there.
But her people. Well, I don't know. I mean, I need to read some more about this.
It's not conspiracy. This is real facts.
I know, but I know we still have the disclaimer in the video because
for sure.
I still don't technically see any news sources reporting on this. But I'm sure we can go factual and research and pull up where she has bought the land, and you can definitely see it. But I don't see this isn't something being reported by Fox or other news sources that we watch. So I still have to zoom into that, but. We do know that the island is a lot of it has been burned and it's so horrible. But what did they say? Oh, it was forest fires. They said that's what started it.
They're saying possibly
forest fires
initially started by. They don't know if it was started by if it became a forest fire, but what was the initial start?
Wow, I don't know. I just don't want to say. I just can't believe a person could be that ruthless. Because where are the people going to go now? I mean, how these displaced people?
That's like when you go to all right, when we go to places and we travel, right, and we go to these nice resorts in these areas that if you go a couple miles out, it's gonna be all poverty. The people of poverty can't afford this area. They only made this for people who have the money and they can afford this tourist this to come over here. Mm-hmm. Maui is the same way. So people can't afford they can't even afford to. He said they can't afford to build a house out there. They can't afford to. These people have to probably go to another island where they live. So think about it. She buy her own island. It'd be like how Tony Robbins did. He got his own joint going out in Fiji. Mm-hmm. How we know what if she doing the same thing in preparation to keep herself safe? Where can't nobody come like you living like Super Queen Tut over here when everything.
Well, I mean,
that's what I think.
I get it, but that's not the way to go about it. If you want your own island, buy your island, but don't push people out and it's to be this way if that's what happened.
Don't be surprised if all that burnt up land is bought from whoever owns that's the land that's burnt up. Don't be surprised if she don't buy it.
So what about insurance and all that? These people didn't have insurance on their property?
I hope they did. But I bet you, Joy, you know how she bought up all that, for all we know, she could have bought up the land where it forces her to be able to purchase it. Or the land doesn't have, it's owned by some random, whoever the same person that owns the land that she already bought. Okay, I want this piece too. You don't want this, it's burnt. Give me 50% off that land. It's like a burnt house. If you enter, I really love real estate. And so when you have a renovation, you have a house that's burnt out, the cost of buying that house is minimal because your whole goal at that point is to go ahead and tear down and build up.
Right.
For cheap. You're not going to pay $400,000 for a burnt down house. Not an average unless you're in Beverly Hills and it's burnt down. But for the most parts, when it's burnt, it's cheap. So I don't know, man. I don't know. There's something to watch for, and I don't think nobody's going to talk after this is over. After the Maui situation kind of fizzles just a little bit. People have to build back up. They lost family and everything. So that takes time for that to heal. But watch how it's not going to be talked about no more, and they just going to randomly find out that she owned all of it now. Wow. There's a lot going on in these streets.
It is, but I would hope that somebody would not be that cold-blooded and callous.
Cold-blooded. I hope not either, but
because that land truly can be, rebuilt. Things can be done, refertilized, reused for the people who were there and lost their property.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She said she wasn't going to do nothing with the land. Why do you just want an unlimited amount, 1,000 acres of just raw, unhandled
because it's
land?
Something that's going to be done to the land.
Exactly.
But y'all ain't gonna know.
Exactly.
At least not right now.
No, I've never heard anybody say they just buy the land just because, unless you're going to be on that land and you want to have all that land to yourself. But people most time they buy land because they want all it to themselves and they can do things on their land. She ain't buying that land just to say, I got this on the books. Please watch, keep looking, give it time.
That's ruthless. I just pray that the people had insurance, or there was a way based off of, because that being a state where an island where that's a high probable chance of the volcanoes and the fires, then just like hurricanes. I'm assuming in Florida, don't they have where these people have hurricane insurance?
Yeah.
Hopefully, then it would be something like that where they're able to, in lieu of that, they would be able to have their homes rebuilt.
True.
So that's when that's the goal.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right.
That's ruthless.
That's all I can say, man. Woo! Like, comment, subscribe. Don't take a nose out, but comment down in the section below if you want some more, man.
See you on the next video, guys.
Make as much money you can for yours and your family, because these people out in the streets don't care nothing about you.
You
All
gotta
right.
be smart.
All right. Bye.